Hello students, welcome to the fourth lecture of lesson number 1. Today we are going to study about the features and importance of macroeconomics. We studied in the last class, we studied about the definition, scope of macroeconomics. Now we are going to study about the features and importance of macroeconomics. When we go through the features of macroeconomics, in the textbook, 8 features are given for your study. For the standard 12th, 8 features are given. In that 8 features, study of aggregates, second, income theory, general equilibrium analysis, interdependence, lumping method, growth models, general price level, and policy oriented. These are the 8 features which you are going to study. Now we can go through the first point of the first features, that is the study of aggregates. In the definition itself, we studied that macroeconomics is what? It is a study of aggregates. It is a study of total employment, total income. So macroeconomics is a aggregate concept. It is a concern with the aggregate concept. What are the aggregate? Which things it goes through? That is national income, national output, national employment, general price level, business cycle, etc. So you have to concentrate in this much only, the study of aggregates. That first feature of macroeconomics is the study of aggregates, and in study of aggregates, it is an aggregate concept, and all the study of national income, output, employment, general price will come. Second, income theory. Macroeconomics studies the concept of national income, its different element, methods of measurement, and social accounting. Macroeconomics deals with the aggregate demand, aggregate supply, causes of fluctuation, inflation, deflation, everything comes in the income theory. So, in the income theory, we have to note it, especially macroeconomics is the study of or the concept of national income and the different elements such as measurement of social accounting. Now, what is social accounting? Social accounting means the measurement of the reporting of the stakeholders or the social environment. These all things come in the social accounting. The third point is the general equilibrium analysis. General equilibrium analysis, macroeconomics deals with the behavior of large aggregates and their fluctuation relationship. General equilibrium deals with the behavior of demand and supply and the price at the whole economy. So, in the general equilibrium means we studied about the microeconomics and we studied it is the partial equilibrium. Now, when we study, because it is studied about the parts, we are now studying the macroeconomics, and macroeconomics deals with the whole. When it deals with the whole, it is the study general equilibrium analysis. Fourth point, interdependence. Interdependence means depending on each other. When we take into consideration the different aspects in macroeconomics, we can see they all are interdependent each other. How they are interdependent? Between the aggregate economic variables such as income, output, employment, investment, price level. They are interdependent each other. How it can be interdependent? When we take as a whole that income, when we take output. Output means what it is? We are producing something. When we produce something, what we get? We get the income. When we produce something, what we are creating in the economy? Employment we are creating. For employment, what we have to do? We are investing. So each aspects, income, output, employment, investment and the price are interdependent on each other. In the textbook, the example it is given, the changes in the level of investment will finally result in the changes of level of income, level of output, employment, eventually the economic growth. Thus, each aspect, each variable is a interdependent. Next point, it is lumping method. Now, lumping method means lumping. It is a lump. It is a whole. So, macroeconomics is study again the same point we are discussing. It is the study of aggregates, it is the study of whole economy, it is the study of income, it is the study of total employment, it is the study of total investment, total consumption, everything, this total thing. So, when this all together comes, we say it is a lump, it is a gather, it is a too much. So, lumping method it is the study of whole economy. Now, in the textbook it is given that the example of Professor Boulding. Forest is an aggregation of trees, but it does not reveal the property of an individual tree. We know that when we studied the macroeconomics, we discussed that is the study of single tree. Now, we are going to study the whole forest including many trees. Likewise, we are studying about the economy as a whole. Thus, macroeconomics is a study of whole and we say it is a lumping. Now, next feature, growth models. Now, after lumping method, we are studying the aspects of growth models. Now, what is growth model? Growth means, we said that we discussed before also, growth means increase in the income. Now, growth models, what are there? Which are the growth models of macroeconomics? We know models deals with different physical objects. Models deals with the physical objects. Now, what are the physical objects? When we studied about the model, for growth we need the investment, various factors contribute to the growth and development. It is useful for the development of the economy. The models are used to study the economic development. For example, Mahalanobis model, growth model, emphasize on the basic heavy industries. Now, the model means growth model. Basic heavy industries means what it is? Industries which having a huge production. Heavy industries. So, Mahalanobis has put forth the theory that if the economy has to grow, there must be huge industries, heavy industries. When industries comes on, employment is created. When employment is there, income is created, people get income after working. When income is there, consumption generates. When consumption is there, investment increases. So these all things we study in the macroeconomics. Next, general price level. In the scope we studied macroeconomics, the division of macroeconomics, we studied about the general price level and inflation. So we can understand what is the general price level. This determination and changes in general price level are studied in the macroeconomics. General price level is the average of all price of goods and services currently being produced in the economy. The last point, policy oriented. According to Keynes, macroeconomics is a policy oriented science. It suggests suitable economic policies to promote economic growth, generate employment, control of inflation and depression, etc. So altogether we studied about the 8 points in the features of macroeconomics: the study of aggregates, income theory, general equilibrium analysis, interdependence, lumping method, growth models, general price level and policy oriented. Now we are going to study about the importance of macroeconomics. When we studied the feature altogether, we came to understand about the importance also. Why we are studying macroeconomics? Why? Because it's the study of the economy as a whole. its fluctuations we study about the national income, we study about the economic development, we study about the performance of an economy, we study of the macroeconomic variables, the level of employment, we also. So it is important that when we study all these things, we can get through, we can make the economy, we can lead the economy to the growth. Now, first important, fluctuation of an economy. Is the same thing are discussed, and you have to get the thorough that macroeconomics is the study of aggregates. Macroeconomics gives an idea of the functioning of the economic system. What does the economic system consider? The production, distribution, consumption and exchange. So macroeconomics, everything is taken into consideration, the system. It helps to understand the behavior pattern of the aggregates, variables in the large complex economic system. Second, economic fluctuations. We studied about the fluctuations, the business cycle. So macroeconomics help to analyze the cause of fluctuation, why there is a fluctuations, why the economy there changes. So in macroeconomics, we deal all these things and the changes, the ups and downs of the economy, different attempts made by the the industrialists, the producers, how to bring for the economy, how to bring come over the fluctuations, depressions time when there is no employment, how to create it. All these things comes under this study. So macroeconomics helps the economy to come together. All these things. National income. We studied what is national income. The total sum total of the income of the whole the country, it is national income. When we study about the income, employment, output, all these things, we will come to analyze that what is the income of the country, and importance of the study of national income is given in the macroeconomics. Next, economic development. Advanced studies in macroeconomics means advanced studies are given that. In macroeconomics helps to understand the problem of developing countries such as poverty, inequality, income, wealth differences, standard of living. We know developed countries and developing countries. Now the developed countries, what the developed countries? What is the functioning of the developed countries? Developed countries use good technologies. We means if the country is developing, it is the countries don't have that much of money. Then what happened? Advanced technology will not be there. So there is no development. So when we study the macroeconomics, we will come under the economic development, how the country is using. We compare about from the developed and developing country. Next, performance of an economy. Macroeconomics, we discussed that we are studying about the economy as a whole. When we study the economy as a whole, what we study? We study the income, we study the employment. While studying all these things, how the economy performance will come to understand. National income estimates are used to measure the performance of the country. So you have to note it mainly what helps to estimate the performance of the economy. We estimate the national income, and that helps. National income helps to estimate, to calculate the performance of economy of time by comparing the production of the goods and services in one period with of the other period. Means last year what was the production, this year what it is gone, coming year what it should be. All these things are discussed properly in the macroeconomics. So it is very important to study. Next is study of macroeconomic variables. To understand the working of the economy, study of macroeconomic variables are important. Main economic problems are related to economic variables. What are the economic variables? Which varies over time and time due to the production, the changes of some factors, that is total income, output, employment, general price level and all that. In production, distribution and consumption, we know that keeping one factors in constant and changing the other factors, there may be a change in the production. Level of employment, macroeconomics help us to study the level of employment and total. So students, in the features and importance, we studied In importance, we study is that what is important? Why should we study the macroeconomics, the function of the economy, economic fluctuations, national income, national development, performance of an economy, study of macroeconomic variables and level of employment. Now, in this chapter we studied about the microeconomics and macroeconomics. At a glance, when we study this, we can see that on the basis of comparison, we are taken into meaning, tools, scope, important theory. Now, in the meaning, what it is given? We can say microeconomics and macroeconomics it is given. Microeconomics studies the behavior of the individual of an economy. Macroeconomics studies the behavior of aggregates of the economy. Tools. What are the tools? In microeconomics, individual demand and individual supply. In macroeconomics, it is aggregate demand and aggregate supply. Now, scope. Demand, supply, product, producing factors, pricing, production, consumption, economic welfare. That is, see, individual things we are studying in the scope. Now, in macroeconomics, national income, then general price level, employment, money. You can add more points which we discussed previously. Importance, price determination, model buildings, business decision. Importance of macroeconomics, it is economic fluctuations, study of national income, economic development. The examples are given. Individual output, national output. The students, we have gone through the chapter. The chapter is concluded, and the assignment for the chapter next fifth part, I will give the assignment and give you detailed description about the things, and after that we will be able to clear all your doubts. You will be able to understand that how the questions be coming for you, and in the exams, how you have to write for the exam and all the things. So the next part, the last part, we will discuss the question and answer the assignments and the different evaluation methods of this lesson, and the lesson is completed. And altogether in the lesson, we have studied about the introduction of micro and macroeconomics theory. Thank you, students.